Good morning, students. I hope you people are staying safe at your home. In the last class, we had already studied about what is matter and what are solids and its properties. In today's class, we are going to study what are liquids and their properties, gases along with their properties, and a comparison of the various properties of solids, liquids, and gases. What are liquids? Liquids are the substances that have a definite volume but they do not have a definite shape. To understand this, we'll take three containers such as a round bottom flask, a conical flask, and a test tube. In these containers, we'll pour the same amount of water, and we observe that the water takes the shape of the container in which it is kept, but the volume remains constant. So we can say that the shape changes from container to container, but the volume does not change. Then the liquids are also not hard and rigid because the intermolecular space between them is more as compared to solids, and they cannot be easily compressed, or they can be compressed to a certain extent only, or they are almost negligibly compressed. They have the ability to flow from higher level to low level, and they also diffuse. They show the process of diffusion and also diffuse very slowly. Liquids have more intermolecular distance between the molecules. Also, the intermolecular force is also less as compared to solids. That is why the liquids have the ability to flow. Also, the process of diffusion is observed in liquids. What is diffusion? The movement of molecules from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration is called as diffusion. To understand this process, we'll perform an activity. For this, we require a jar that is filled with water, and we'll add a drop of ink into it. After some time, we see that the ink is spread uniformly into the container, and the color of the container changes to blue. So this shows that liquids diffuse slowly. So the next state of matter is gases. What are gases? Gases are substances that has neither a definite shape nor definite volume. Gases always take the shape of the container in which they are filled. For example, here we can see we fill air into a ball, tire, balloons, etc. And here what happens? We can see that the air is taking the shape of the container in which it is filled. Now, the gas molecules do not have any contact with each other and they can move freely in any direction. Now, the intermolecular force between the molecules is very weak because the intermolecular distance is more as compared to solids and liquids. We can feel the air move around in all the directions because the intermolecular distance is more and the intermolecular force is less as compared to solids and liquids. Now, the gases also diffuse rapidly. For example, the gases that are emitted from the harmful gases that are emitted from the industries, they very quickly they diffuse into the air, into the environment, and we cannot see them. Okay, now in the LPG gas cylinder, the gas inside the cylinder is in the liquid form under a high pressure. Now when we turn the knob of the cylinder, the pressure is released and as a result what happens, the liquid, it gets converted into its gaseous form. So this proves that, or we can say that, gases can be compressed to a high extent under pressure. So the last topic for today's class is the comparison between the properties of solids, liquids and gases. So the first property is the arrangement of molecules. In solids, the molecules are very tightly or closely packed to each other. In liquids, the intermolecular distance is more, or we can say that the molecules are loosely packed in comparison to solids. And in gases, the molecules are very loosely packed in comparison to solids and liquids. Now, the second point is the intermolecular distance. The intermolecular distance between the molecules of solids is very less. Then it is more in liquids, but less than gases. So we can say that the intermolecular distance is least in the solids and most in the liquids. Then the third point is the intermolecular force. The intermolecular force between the molecules of solids is very strong. Then in comparison to liquids, the intermolecular force in the gases is very weak. That is why the molecules of gas can move freely. Then the fourth point is the shape. Since the molecules of solids are tightly packed and the intermolecular force is very strong and the distance is very less, these solids have a definite shape and a definite volume. Then in liquids, they do not have a definite shape, but they take the shape of the container, and the volume is fixed. Even if the liquid is definite amount of, or the definite volume of the liquid is transferred from one container to another, the volume will be fixed and it will take the shape of the container. Now, in terms of gases, there is no definite shape and no definite volume. It takes the shape of the container, and since the intermolecular distance and intermolecular force is very less in gases, they fill the entire volume of the container. Okay, now the solids cannot flow, whereas liquids, they flow from a higher level to a lower level, and gases, they flow in all direction. Example, air. Now, compressibility. In terms of compressibility, solids cannot be compressed, or solids are incompressible. In liquids, they can be compressed to a certain extent only, not like gases. Now, gases can be compressed to a great extent under high pressure. For example, our LPG gas cylinders. Then the last property is the diffusion. Diffusion does not occur in solids because there is no intermolecular space present between the molecules of solid. In liquids, the diffusion can occur easily. Because example, I have already explained you about the ink drop in the container filled with water. Then in terms of gases, the diffusion occurs very easily and very rapidly also. So with this topic, we come to an end of this chapter. I hope you people understood well, and stay safe, learn more, and that's all for today. Thank you.